God. Yeah, drum roll weak, but I glow up quick. 15 minutes every day and made the footwork slick. Bad at it, good at it, either way get lit. If the grind feels ugly, that's the luckiest gift. Yeah, peace in my chest when I gave that all. When I lose, slept good, no regrets at all. Coach tossed me in the fire, I don't fear that call. Minutes vanish fast, so I take that ball. Pick and roll in my bag with the jab, so rude. Post move, count a move, pick your loss, my dude. How you wanna lose when I'm feeling that groove? Patience in the lane and I still bust through. Everybody wanna win, but the prep too rare. Only few wake early like Gates out the chair. Genetics, home luck, they can boost you there. But effort turn a long shot in a billionaire. If the dog's on me, I'm running like Flash. Coach push hard, parents think he's spaz. If his dog's in the grass, they clap so fast. Real hoopers understand why the pressure gon' last. Hard over pockets, hope over cash. Dreams in my head when I'm hitting that dash. Spirit beats strength when you build to clash. 5 S's in my soul when I'm on that path. No, just once, every moment's a code. Every time you push through, that's the way you reload. Hurdles get bigger as you walk that road. Better get tougher, get stuck and fold. Ask myself daily, what's the top thing now? Oprah got demoted, then she flipped that crown. Roy, you got small, make the world bow down. Every job is a throne if you shut it all down. Some days feel heavy, but I still grind out. Get dropped in the pain, but I still climb out. Impossible loud, but I mute that doubt. Champ keep moving even when they wiped out. My effort talk clearer than my mouth ever could. Give less than your max and you misunderstood. Show me what you think of me, show me if you would. Effort is the language of the brave and the good. Kids learn fast, mine's more like clay. Teach big early, let them shock your day. Underestimate them and they drift away. Lift them higher and they carve their way. People watch you close even when they clown. Eyes on your steps when you moving through town. Let your life be the reason that they switch that frown. Light in the dark and the light comes down. Impossible, possible, depends on grind. Determination flip fade like a baseline bind. Work to improve, don't showboat shine. Showcase later when your mountains climb. New York toughness in a packed crowd roar. If that's your only world, then you learn to soar. Hard moments hit different, but they build your core. So chase the hardest days till you can't no more. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm John Sanders here with Limitless. Thank you for joining me. Hey, I got something for you. There's always something that I bring up at the beginning of the show because, that's how shows are organized. And I have to say some deep thought right now, and I got to be like, hey, do you know X, Y, and Z? So here's my X, Y, and Z for you. I just grew. I hate to see myself too small, but yes. All right. A lot of parents, a lot of kids, a lot of people out there, they think that we need to hold your hand through everything. All right? And the reason why they think that is because people hold children's hands through everything. All right? Your teachers will guide you along the path where they're like stand in a straight line. move there, move here, and what that ends up doing to kids especially is it ends up making you believe that you can't do it without people. All right, and yeah, no man is an island, and you do need help in this world, but you can do a lot on your own. Bless me. All right. You can do a lot on your own. I see Mello in the comment section. I see Joey. What up, guys? You can do a lot on your own. And here in this program, we try to empower you to do a lot on your own because it's not just a kid problem. It's not just a kid problem. It's an adult problem as well. Because there's people that will hold you accountable. And this is a good thing in life, okay? But you shouldn't always need it. But we will provide it. All right? Thank you very much. All right? One person that holds you accountable is a trainer. And this is why I say that parents aren't beyond this either. Because parents will go to a gym that they pay to get in, and they will pay for a trainer. And the trainer comes over and reads from a card and goes, do 10 push-ups. And they go, thank you. And they do 10 push-ups, or maybe they do 9, and then the trainer goes, no, one more, you got this, okay? And then they do, then the trainer goes, now do 18 curls. These aren't good numbers, by the way. All right, and they'll do that. The trainer just reads from a card, and then yells at them if they don't do it. Yet they pay them for that. What? It's like you're paying a dog to chase you to run a fast mile time. It might work, but isn't that kind of silly? Can't you just read from the card yourself and tell yourself to try harder, right? So yes, parents have that too. All right, and also we have teachers that hold us accountable. There used to be a time when school learning was just on you. It was like, go to the library. I don't know, man. Just read a damn book. All right, a darn book. All right, we don't cuss on the show. But yeah, or your parents would teach you stuff. But now they were like, okay, people aren't doing that. They're just going out to the farms and learning nothing. So they started having people go to schools. And then that's when everyone got held accountable. Other things are your priest at church will hold you accountable, say, don't kill anybody. All right? Your parents hold you accountable by saying, clean up your room. If they didn't say that, you would be living in a pigsty. Cops hold us accountable by saying, you're going too fast, here's a ticket. All right? If we didn't have people holding us accountable, that would be a bad thing. But we should be able to go out there and drive on the road and not go 100 miles an hour every single second because we know it might one day kill someone. Yes, it doesn't kill everyone every single time, but we know it might one day kill someone. And that's why we should just follow the laws, or even without the laws, we should just use common sense, right? But no, that's not how human beings are. So with that said, I mean, like, we're going to have the elite team, all right? With the elite team, what's up, Jethro? What up, Gennaro? All right, we're going to have the elite team, and the only difference between the elite team and everyone else's team is we're going to hold you accountable. And yes, it's what everyone wants, what everyone needs, but, I mean, what would you do it by yourself? And you got about a month left to show us. Would you do it by yourself? Can you post that homework? Can you just go out there and shoot 500 shots, run those 5 miles? Can you go through everything that Michael Jordan went through, even though most of it was hard? Where he's like, I played against my brother, 5 years older, I'll get my butt kicked. You think he wasn't coming home and crying? Yeah, it sucked. And he went through it, and now he looks back at it and says, that's what made me. And you guys don't want to go through stuff? So yeah, you need us to hold you accountable, and we're going to be doing that for 12 players. That's why we're doing the tryouts. That's why we're having the elite team, so we can hold you accountable. So we're going to be like, you didn't do it. Now you're off the team, all right? And we need that in life, but, could you do it without? Could anyone? How many people in society, if there were no laws, just would never kill anyone or never steal? I mean, think about it, man. We need so much accountability that it's a little sad, but it is what it is. All right. Anyways, let's start the show. That was my pre-speech. Now we move on. Now we make circle stuff like this, and we show you the quote of the day. Circle it up for me real quick. Boom. Moving on. There we go. All right, you've got this. All right, so this is, again, my job. I tell you what to do. You try to do it. You go, I don't got this. I don't got this. And I look at you and I go, hey, you. Yeah, you holding the phone right now. You got this. And then you go, I do got this. I do. Thank you for believing in me, coach. Yes. And we just keep doing that back and forth for years until you're in the NBA. You're welcome. I did my job. You got this. How many more do you want? You got this. No, that was 3. Now pay me. Pay me to say it more times, please. That's it. Say it to yourself. And engrave it on your forehead if you have to, okay? You've got this. Believe in yourself. Go out there. Quote of the day. You've got this. Let's check out the poll of the day. Since we're talking about the days. This is LeBron James in high school. How would you guard him? That's the poll question. How would you guard? He also passes. How would you guard LeBron James in high school? He looks like LeBron James now. But he jumps a little higher in high school. Why were there people playing against LeBron James? Couldn't they just fast forward him to the NBA? He's way too big. He wasn't even trying to score too much. I mean, that's nonsense. So, yes, how would you guard? That's the poll question. Jesus Christ. How would you guard LeBron James in high school? Because some of you guys are about to be in high school pretty soon. I mean, I was pretty good in high school. I wasn't this. Yeah, that's nonsense. I don't know. If you got a question, if you got an answer, throw it in the comment section. How would you guard LeBron James in high school? Let's see what you're doing to do something right now. Are you posting the homework? All right, favorite underdog one-on-one tap series, all this stuff. All right, make sure that you're doing the homework, that you're trying to do it 5 minutes a day. Each homework item, post it so that you can prepare for workouts, but also make yourself better on your own. Trivia question. We're going by fast. Trivia question. I do not know how hard this one will be. I think it'll be fun, though. I think this one's a fun one. Okay? Here's the question. Good luck. I tried to make it so you could not ask ChatGPT. You have to think. Use your noggin. Use your brain. Ask your brother or mother or father. I don't know. Who's my starting 5 if our mascot is a tiny, magic, bearded cat with claws? That's the question. As weird as that is, that's the question. I'll be right back after this commercial break. I just realized in that commercial at the end when Taz hits that fadeaway, the guy guarding him is wearing jogging pants. What kind of baller wears sweatpants for an actual basketball game? That's why you got lit up, man, in our commercial. Now you're on the website. Now you're on the internet for life, homie. But yes, trivia question is, who's my starting 5 if our mascot is a tiny, magic, bearded cat with claws? There's some hints in there for you too, especially two hints. I see 2 big hints. But yes, put the answer by the end of the show. If no one answers it for this show, I'll ask it again next time. You get 1 chance per day. Good luck to everyone out there. The winner wins $50 by the end of the month. Good luck to everybody. All right, moving on to some fitness stuff right here. All right, this is one of my favorite guys. I don't love him as a player. You know what? I see an answer. It says Muggsy Bogues, Kyrie, James Harden, De'Aaron Fox, and Kawhi. That is close. It's not, though. It's not the answer. That is not the answer. Nice guess, though. That was 5 legit players. But yes, this is one of my favorite guys. Whenever he gets interviewed, all right, they asked him, "What do you think about going to the Heat?" And he said, "I'm scared. I'm scared that the grass isn't always greener on the other side." This is an honest person, and he's just like profound and deep. Yeah, like he can't shoot that well, but I know he tries hard. But who he is as a person in his brain, I love this dude. You should be not afraid to say that you're afraid, and not afraid to say that like this may not be the best decision, but it's the one that I'm making. I love the way that he thinks. Rocky the Mountain Lion is a mascot, but that is not. It's who's the starting five. Who's the starting five? That's actually a decent guess because of the claws. I see where you're getting at with that one. It's who's the mascot, if that was it. But no, he is pretty magical. Is he bearded? Does he have a beard? He doesn't have a beard. He's clean shaven. But yes, I like what he says. Make sure that you aren't afraid whenever you can. But if you are afraid, you can say it. You can and you can like relish the moment of going through your fears, right? Because isn't that like almost like a superhuman thing where if you could be scared and you go out there anyways, that's a brave thing. If you're never scared, then you're not very brave. So you can admit that you're scared sometimes and that your decision may not be the best. I like when people do that. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. And he says a lot of great things. Promise you on that one. All right, let's see what you guys got for, is this homework? It's what you do in the dark that puts you in the light. Let's see who's in the light. We got Frankie, Floaters, Scissors, Shot Chart. Nice. The monthly shot chart. Gennaro's doing the monthly homework. You got to pick a number. You got to go 50. So you make 50 shots that day. If you make 50, you write down the next number is 51. If you don't, you got to write 49. You see how high that you can get. But you can start with any starting number. You can start with 1 million if you want to. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray. We can only guess once, but that is actually the wrong answer. I see what you did. You did the starting five for the Nuggets. No. That is not right. Melo was a lot closer. Melo understood what the question was. All right. What up, Jordan? So, yes, that's the homework. Make sure you guys are still grinding out there. Keep on grinding. Let's see some, maybe some behind the scenes. Yes, it is behind the scenes. So, Stephon Marbury was a basketball player. Played for the Nets, the Suns, some other people. All right. But his mom told him when he was growing up that she can't buy him shoes because that's grocery money. Because shoes cost too much. So he always promised whenever he got into the league that he would make some cheap shoes for some kids. He found out that shoes only cost $5 to make, and they sell it to people for like $300. So he bought it for $5, and he sold it to everybody for like $20. And he didn't make any money off it, but yeah, the shoes were there, and I heard that they weren't like the greatest shoes, but they were made in the same exact facility that the Jordans were made. The Jordans were being sold for $200. His were being sold for $20. They were made from the same material by the same people in the same factory, and he sold them for 10 times cheaper. All right, the Starberries. Is that a great thing that he did or what? All right, all because his mom told him she couldn't afford groceries. And he was like, yeah, don't worry about that. I got you on groceries, Mom, and I got these kids too. That's one of the greatest things I've ever heard of. That's why he has a statue in China, because he went over to China after his playing career and became a legend there. He's a legend for this especially. All right, that's Stephon Marbury doing the Starberries. All right, let's watch the story of the day. If the other team rebounds your missed shot, they're now 90 feet away from their basket. If you turn it over, you may still chase them down. If they block your shot, it's embarrassing, but still may even be your ball. Giving up an offensive rebound, however, places the other team just inches from their basket, and there is no mistake greater.
Boy left wide open. Griffin, oh, wow! Incredible.
That is so artsy of me to create that. But that's my team getting dunked on by our rivals. Not our rivals, our idiot cousins in the next building over. Yes, giving up an offensive rebound is the worst thing. So if you give that up, it's worse than getting the ball stolen from you, worse than getting blocked. If you got all those things over and over again, wouldn't we take you out? So giving up offensive rebound should be the worst thing. We should easily take you guys out. Get that mindset and you will be great. Let's check our last thing. It's a product review. What do you guys think about this product review? Oh, I got you. It's a move review. Oh, okay. It's just a fake spin with a bounce. It looks amazing because the guy almost broke his ankles. And it's kind of harsh. I don't think that that's amazing, but the guy's reaction was. I mean, he went hard. I don't think that you should overspin that much. I think that's too much spin. I think you should stop about 45 degrees, not even. Or instead of 180 degrees, 135 degrees spin. You don't want to go even with that spin. You don't want to go that far. You want to go about 45 degrees before that, and then so you can come back faster. You bring your shoulders to 180, but you bring your foot 45 degrees before that, so you can keep your momentum on the strong side. But overall, obviously, if it works, it works. But with the bounce, I think that the bounce is quite unnecessary. But maybe that's what sold it, especially hearing the ball go that way. So I don't mind the bounce. The bounce could have oversold it and really, really made the move work. But overall, it going in a game where he probably has 6 seconds to score in this one-on-one game is pretty cool. So I'm going to give him 8 out of 10 on that move. All right. Anyways, that is my time. That was a quick show. All right. What do you guys have? LeBron 9 times? No, that's not it. But yes, quote of the day, you got this. We have open gym tomorrow. And then we have tryouts the next day. All right? But make sure you guys are coming to both those things. It's a lot of playing. We're going to have a blast at these things. We have about 15 people coming tomorrow. If we get a few more, then I can play. If we get about 20 kids, then I might play some full court basketball, okay? I know for the tryouts, we have some kids coming down from some high schoolers coming down from Colorado Springs. We have a few new kids in our program, 2 of them that just joined in the last 2 days. So let's make all their experiences great. And we're figuring out our elite team and just having some fun. So make sure you guys showing up to this. And before I forget to say it one more time, guys, don't forget, you got this. All right, you got this. You got this. All right, talk to y'all later, man. Check out in the comment section. Cue that music. I'm out.
Captain badge on my chest, but I'll hand it off quick. If my teammate needs that title just to play like a pick. Real leaders hooping silent, still clutch when it counts. I don't fear big moments, I'll rise when they mount. No thinking consequences, only aiming for the net. Big shots fall cleaner when your mind stays set. Some treat hoops like breathing, obsession in their bones. Others chase balance so they don't burn down their homes. Kids learn from examples more than anything said. Strong parents build giants by the path that they tread. Weak habits passed down while strong habits take root. Daily choices shape futures like perfecting your shooting route. Risking little cost more than risking it all. Edison vibes turn, setbacks into calls. Low walk thinking is settling, how y'all thinking is trust? Shoot your dreams upward so they drop where they must. Practice form lying down, one arm near the rim. Muscle memory wins games more than hype in the gym. Game film shows the truth, slow played on the screen. Fix 2 flaws, keep 2 strengths, stay mentally clean. School of basketball, both matter the same. You cannot go D1 if you shortcut the game. Hard work cannot end, it has to become who you are.